Hello, welcome to yet another video of Acharya Nidana Academy. In this particular video, we are going to discuss the concept of Parinama. Though the Parinama refers to the effect in general terms, or even in Sanskrit, or even in any other Indian regional languages, but in Ayurveda, it is mainly used in the context of Kala or time factor. So, as per the textbook, wherein this Parinama is being mentioned there, so that is the Charaka Nidana first chapter, Charaka Samhita Nidana first chapter. It is one of the main Trividha Hetu. Iha khalu Hetuhu Nimittam Ayatanam Karta Karanam Pratyayaha Samatthana Nidanamittyanarthantaram. These are nothing but the synonyms of Nidana. Tadu Trividham. They are of three categories. Asatmendhirartha Sanyogaha, Prajnaparathaha, Parinamahascheti. So, when you split this particular word, tatu trividham asatmya indriya artha sanyogah prajna aparadhah parinamah cha iti. The same that is being explained in Ashtanga Hridaya. Kalartha karmanam yogo hina mithyati matrakah samyak yogascha vijñeyo roga rogyaika karanam. काल अर्थ कर्मणाम योगो हीन मिथ्य अति मात्रकः सम्यक योगः च विज्ञेयो रोग आरोग्य एक कारणम. So this is also being termed as kala or parinama. The description of this particular context is available in Charaka Samhita as described in Nidana first chapter, though it is available in other scattered references in other areas also, but mainly this is seen in this particular chapter, plus even in the Madhukosha commentary in the context of types of the hetu, and it is being mentioned as such, that is being mentioned as yadi api kalo dushpariharattvena pradhanam, because of the unavoidability of kala from each and every person, each and every object. That's why kala is considered to be pradhana in nature. So Madhukosha commentary says parinamo ayoga adi yukta rutu swabhavajaha shitadayah. So that is depending upon the seasonal qualities, that is shita, etc. If a person is having the less exposure or more exposure or improper exposure, that what we can say ayoga, atiyoga and mithya yoga, they are being termed as the parinama. So the same thing is being explained. Let me give you one or two examples. The rest of the things you can look into those in the textbook as such. Let us say Vasanta Rutu. In terms of the Shita, increased the use of Shita, etc. Maybe Shita Ahara or maybe Shita Vihara. Shita Ahara in the sense the person is consuming the food substances. Shita Vihara refers to staying in the AC room or the having the cold shower, etc. They are categorized under the Shita Vihara. Its increased use can be termed as the Ati Yoga, its decreased use can be termed as Hina Yoga, and its improper use, that is being termed as Mithya Yoga. So for this, refer the video of the impact of Shita Guna and Ushna Guna and Lagu Guna, which is being explained in the previous videos. You can get the word meaning as such, how that is Shita Guna, how that is responsible for the abnormal functioning of either respiratory system or digestive system or circulatory system or urinary system, etc. That can be very well identified, right? So if you look into the further context regarding the parinama or kala, so if you look into this samvatsara, the Sanskrit samvatsara means nothing but a 1 year, which is having the uttara kala, uttarayana or dakshinayana. Uttarayana, that is nothing but adana kala, and dakshinayana, that refers to visarga kala. Further, shishira, vasanta, grishma, varsha, sharad, hemanta, they are further divided into 6 Ritu. Among that, Shishira, Vasanta and Grishma are categorized under Uttarayana, and the Varsha, Sharad, Hemant they are categorized under Dakshinayana. Further, the 6 Ritu are further subdivided into 12 Paksha: Chaitra, Vaishakha, Jyeshtha, Ashada, Shravana, Bhadrapada, Ashveja, Kartika, Mrigashira, Pushya, Magha and Falguna. Further, each of these Paksha are divided into two: Shukla Paksha and Krishna Paksha. Shukla Paksha is having the 15 days from Pratipada to Purnima, whereas Krishna Pada is having again 15 days from Pratipada to Amavasya. That is what is being explained in the next. That is, each Paksha is being subdivided into 15 days, Pratipada to Purnima or Amavasya. Whereas the smallest time period mentioned in Ayurveda, that is being considered to be Akshinimesha. Akshinimesha, it is the time required for the blinking of the eyes, which is supposed to be coming under the time number of 19th by 60th of a second. It could be what we can say, that is Akshinimesha. So that means, depending upon these different time period, the person may have an exposure of etiological factor, and based on that the person may develop the disease manifestation. In the alternative meaning of, when you look into the alternative meaning of Trividha Ayatana, that is Parinama, what we can say, that is the duration of contact of etiological factor to the human body. Suppose if the person is having the exposure of Shita quality to the respiratory passage for a period of 5 seconds, the impact of this Shita quality may be only related to the nose itself. Similarly, if this particular Shita quality is being exposed to the through the nasal passages up to 30 seconds or so, then the impact of Shita Guna can be observed throughout the respiratory passage. If this particular Shita quality is being exposed not only related to respiratory passage, even it is related to alimentary canal, then we are going to have impact of Shita Guna in two different systems at a simultaneously. That means reduced, what do you say, that the secretions in terms of the respiratory passage, that is dryness of the respiratory passage may happen, or in terms of the alimentary canal, the person may have the dilution of a hydrochloric acid may happen. If the Shita quality is being exposed even to the skin, the person may have peripheral vasoconstriction. In that particular sense, the blood circulation to the different body parts may get diminished. Like this, the duration of contact for the smaller time period may have an impact locally. If the duration of contact of etiological factor for longer duration, then that too to the more sources, that is the more sources of or the entry of the pathogen, then wide range of the clinical manifestations are possible. Whereas Asatmendirata Sanyoga, so that means mainly related to the number of pathogens and virulence of pathogens. As we discussed earlier, the number of pathogens are less, minor disease manifestation. The number of the pathogens are more, then the person may have the large or the major disease manifestation. When you link about the virulence of the pathogens, that is the less virulent pathogen, milder disease formation, more virulent pathogen, then severe disease manifestation. If you look into the other way, the number of pathogens are less and more virulent pathogen, then the disease manifestation will be huge. The number of pathogens are more, then the virulence of pathogen is less, then also there may be a possibility of the huge disease manifestation, but the severity may be comparatively less severe when you look into the more virulent pathogens as such. Then regarding the Prajna Paradha, that means the emotional factor of that is the manifestation of the disease. That means when you look into the cigarette smoking, let us take the example. We know that cigarette smoking is injurious to health, but emotionally when you look into that, If a person is a chain cigarette smoker, then the cigarette as the smoking attracts him towards the cigarette smoking itself. So that means that may lead to the disease manifestation in future, compromising the functions of the respiratory system. So like this, Parinama, the duration of contact of etiological factor to the human body, whereas Asatmi Indiyartha Sanyoga, it can be attributable to the number of pathogens and virulence of the pathogens coming in contact with the human body, whereas Prajnaparadha, that may be attributable to the emotional factor of the manifestation of the disease, what we can observe out of these discussions. The take home messages from today's discussion will be: assessment of Trini Ayatanani is very, very important. So, Asatmi Indiyartha Sanyoga, Prajnaparada and Parinama assessment is very, very important. For this Asatmi Indiyartha Sanyoga and Prajnaparada, look into my earlier videos wherein you are having the detailed description of what actually Asatmi Indriyartha Sanyoga and Prajnaparada refers to. Whereas Parinama, it is the time factor and its impact on the functioning as well as dysfunctioning of the human body, that is attributable to Parinama. So that means it refers to the number of pathogens are entering into the either one or multiple sources in the human body, as well as the virulence of the pathogens in the human body, plus the emotional factors. That's all for today, dear ANA members. So what are the major key takeaways from today's session? Mention in the comment box. And what would you like to learn in my future video? Mention in this comment box. If you truly like this particular video, then spread this particular video to the true maximum Ayurveda learners. That's all for today. Thank you.